Hi. Don't forget the constant hacking too. Oh my god. All right. So let's just focus on one of the best things on the planet Earth. Guava paste. Yes, it is. And what's the next one? Chipotle. Some things are really, really true. Okay. All right. Now that this is cubed and ready, we can go ahead and go to our hot end, and we're gonna open up on the heat the spices just for like 60 seconds, and then we're gonna add our liquid ingredients. Okay. I was gonna do that over there, but since I'm over here and the hot end is now turned off, let's just stay over here. It's here nor there. You can do it either place, okay? I would prefer to do it over there, methodically, one at a time, but we can go ahead and do it this way, which would require this baby. And let's just review it, all right? You'll see what I mean. I'm not quite finishing my sentence. I know that. So for the hot end, okay, step 3. We're gonna put our half cup and 1/3, and no ketchup, but soy sauce. Oh, we put the allspice in the other. That's fine, no big deal. And we want a little extra water. Okay, so the water's going to be up to my discrepancy. That's fine. We're going to do the liquid over here. All right. So let me put this like this. We're just going to go ahead and keep filming over here, kids. Okay. Okay. All right. We're going to go to the hot end, but this is fine. It's don't worry. Okay. This is our substitution for rum. We need the liquid, and we don't have orange juice. And this is cool. I had this crazy idea to use my syrup from my peaches. So this is probably going to be about 1/4 cup, like I thought. Yeah. And what we're going to do, it calls for 1/3 cup. I'm going to add a little bit of agua to that, okay? Want to use the same liquid proportions as much as we can. Oh, I did way too much. Oh, it's okay. Ay, ay, ay. Mommy. The 1/3 is, you just doubled it. It's okay. Look, it's all right. What I need to do is taste it. Since I'm at home, I'm in my casa, I'm going to do that right now. It's really okay. I just wish I wouldn't have done that, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's just remain calm. We're just making a sweet, like orange juice liquid substance, which is now perfectly done with a few drops of citrus. Okay, ta-da! There it is. That's too much of that. Let's get this. And let's just put half of that in here. Oh, Lord. Yeah, let's just put half of that in here. Hey, I wish I wouldn't have done that, but that's just kind of what happens in this fucking horrible situation I'm in. So I let things slide. I mean, I'm working on my knees here on a makeshift counter, so let's just not take everything so seriously, you know? Oh, I agree. Okay. Now we're going to want the lime juice for our paste in a minute too. All right, so let's go back to our reference point. All right, then that is our substitute, what we just did for the rum. The rum would be best, yeah, but this is gonna be fine. And kind of fun too, you know, kind of fun. All right, so there. We're gonna put our half cup apple cider vinegar, okay? Let's get that. Oh, hold on. That's calling for the ketchup. That's the barbecue. Hold on. We're holding out on that. We're holding out on the vinegar. That's right. We're not making barbecue. We did the rum. Let's do our 3 tablespoons. I'm going to definitely do. Well, you know what? With these intense citruses, I'm thinking out loud. Just bear with me. Okay, we're not doing the barbecue ketchup end, but it's still calling for 3 tablespoons of lime. Okay. I'm going to stick with that. We can tweak the final thing when we want later. Here, I'm going to prop you on the soy sauce. Now propped on soy sauce then. Okay, we're going to do 3 tablespoons into our liquid bowl here. Now, we could do this over the... Okay, I don't know where this cut off. It was my green light to continue to use this for the day, and this is why I didn't want to. All that you missed was the pouring of lime juice, which was 3 tablespoons into our bowl. And me telling you that you can do this method of putting all your liquids in a bowl and running over to the hot end. It goes faster. I said that. I don't know if it was filmed. Or you can do it on the hot end, but you better go fast over there because it's hot. Everything's cooking. Okay. For something like this, the step 3 in the Bon Appetit, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of how you want to be. I was going to just go ahead and put it over there in the hot end, but I decided to change course, which I told you I was. And I'm doing this very strictly, kind of the way I'm speaking about my steps here, because I want my students to understand what I'm doing so they can learn. Even if it's kind of insignificant to announce why I changed my hot end to the bowl, it's still learning process, and believe me, it will help you understand more and learn, and you'll be like so much better of a chef by the time you're done learning from me, because I think of these things. Okay, it is true. All right, so since we're doing it this way, we're putting all our liquids into a bowl. I don't know if it picked up on the camera, I was discussing the lime as well. I did the 3 tablespoons as called for by the scholars of Bon Appetit, okay? Because this is Latin. You want the limes. You want the citrus. All right, and we made our little makeshift substitute for rum, which was really good. I wish you could taste it. It's perfect. I had about 1/4 of a syrup peach fruit, and I added to the 3/4 point water, so that's a 1/2 cup of water, which I didn't want to add that much water, but it was fine. It was just a little diluted. It was fine, and then I put just a few drops of lime in there. It was an absolute perfect match for orange juice. It was really great. It's fun. It's fun to substitute. It's kind of fun. All right, there we go. So now, since we're not doing the ketchup and the barbecue sauce, which is these ingredients call for that to make that in our creation we're doing here, since we're skipping the barbecue sauce, the ketchup end, I still want to use the soy sauce for salt. It's calling for 1 tablespoon. My first thought is to add 1/2 tablespoon. And I think that would be fine. I don't have to tweak that. There's a little gnat on my food, please, no. I don't have to tweak that. I know this is kind of nasty with the dead bodies that are presumed in this house. I don't want no little gnats on my food. I think I'm being a little neurotic about that, but dude, that's most likely what they've been doing here. All right, most likely what I have been witnessing. I hate to mention it in my instruction video, but when they started making chemical stuff and playing with chemicals and fire alarms and all that, is when I knew to absolutely have no contact with them, because the charges just went to the moon, mommy, the moon. These charges for what they're doing up there with the pots, the fire alarms, the chemicals, the water pipes, is so fucking serious. I am not coming near nobody that has anything to do with this house or who is in this house. Fuck no. All right, back to the soy sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and use half a tablespoon. All right, because it's a salt element. Now we did put a lot of salt in the blend, though. Remember, we have salt in the blend. But there's also other flavors in here that give it a smoky almost flavor. I'm just gonna stick to it. I'm gonna maybe not do half though. Let's get this out and we can take a visual. Because what I'm talking about is doing this. Half a tablespoon, which is like 3 teaspoons. I can't recall off the top of my head. I'm thinking now with the visual, let's do 1 teaspoon of. Here, let me set this down. Put you there. Whoa. Let's put you there on the water, the agua bottle. Whoa. Okay. You can't see, I know, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon, sorry. Soy sauce. And we can add more soy sauce. I think that would be smart, okay? Let's add our soy sauce as we go, because we did use a lot of salt in our blend. And that's the same as the vinegar. We're going to kind of experiment with the measurements of these two, okay? So now we can toddle over. We can toddle now to our hot end and go ahead and start up our oil again. I'm trying to and start up our hot end again. Okay, let's take this over there and toddle over here and set this there. Put this baby back on medium. All right. I'm trying to preserve the electricity here, man. Okay. There's our cubed. Okay, there's our other ingredients. And this, I don't really like to sport and promote that I'm dumping the garlic into the blend. But I did. It can be done. Okay, and these flavors, these two, we're going to see once we get it liquefied, our cubes, where we're at with these two ingredients. Okay, so let me go ahead and set this here. You know what I could do? Let me try. You can hear the sirens, right? I know I can. I know I'm tired of it. Here, let's go ahead and do this now. It's warm, by the way. I can feel the heat, so don't worry. I'm not just putting it into cold oil. All right, that's good enough. Let me get the little finger dirty. Rinse my little finger off. All right. And let's get this little baby and put this in here. Okay. Hello, I am back. It's creepy over here, yeah. I don't like being by the door. No. But I'm okay. So yeah, you can smell the flavors. Just is that I learned in Eastern Indian and Chinese Eastern method. It's a method. It's how you should do it. You open the intense flavors up real quick, and then start adding. Remember, we're going to add water to this because we're not using ketchup barbecue. Okay, now it's time for the water, okay? This is fun. There, okay? See how pretty that is? Looks good, right? Yep. That's the real annatto. But if you can't get it, I'm glad that they said use this substitute, the paprika, but this is not going to be anything like the real annatto, okay? This is gorgeous. And it is all kinds of Latin. All right, now we're going to add the rest of our liquid. Okay, and this at this point, you can go ahead and add your little cubes. Throw them all in. Then I gotta do this. Hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna add our gorgeous, gorgeous cubes. All right, and you can leave it at your medium heat. Okay. Oh, this is awesome. Here, let's get you an idea. All right. Now this is the real deal, folks. It takes a minute, right? You gotta think about how you're approaching it, and then look, it starts to become very rewarding. Okay. I am making yellow rice with this, which since it's this house I'm in, one thing, what we're gonna do is get the protein into this nice paste, and we make the rice, and then we're going to cook the chicken pork, okay? Because I can't do things at the, I've explained this plenty. The power is very bad here, and I'm not risking that. So this is going to take a few. Just enjoy ourselves here. And I'm going to keep letting it run, right? Yeah, I should keep running this video because we want to add water. And you need to see how much water and other ingredients we end up using. Otherwise, we're not teaching it well. I'm going to turn this down to low. Because it's an Instapot. And the temperatures are a pain in the neck. See, look at that. Our little cubes will melt. This is the fucking bomb. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah. No, skip ketchup. I knew that. Don't put barbecue. Make this, because Latin don't use barbecue. I'm sorry, is this filming? Barbecue is American. I'm not trying to make a US dish. I'm trying to make a Latin dish. And now we have, okay? You don't have to just say, oh, I've made pastor, or I made a this or that. You can blend the pastor and the guava, right? It's still a Latin dish, but when you start putting it's the same as with I explained with the Italian. When you start putting the American in there, or let's say Chinese, then you're not making a Latin dish, okay? You're making a fusion or a bistro dish. And these things need to be learned. It's very relative. And we are making an incredible Latin dish. This is what we made, okay, kids? And this is getting blended and really nice. It's all Latin, baby. This is really good. Alright, it's still, you want to melt your paste on a medium-low. This one gives me low, drags it out. Do not do it on medium because you're going to have a funny time. It's not going to be fun for you. See how that's, do not do it on medium. You'll ruin it. It's kind of important. These things are crucial. See how that's coming along. And don't forget we're adding a little water. That's why I kept filming, because if you try to do this and I were to hang it up, you'd be like, dude, she never told me how much water. And these things is expected of me to teach you, and I know that. I mean, you could probably figure it out. But it's always kind of nice to have someone finish their end, right? And that's my end, is to finish the measurements for you. Okay, now this is fine. We can add water now. Okay, let me get my agua. Let me do this. I'm not measuring how much that is. And you know what? I might want to use this too. Before we start dumping things. This way you want to just kind of slow it down. We just happen to have this extra. It's not that it's required, and I'm saying to do this forever with the rum or the extra liquid. But since we have it today, this extra, I'm going to add this. Okay, it's sweet. We know what it's like, what it tastes like. That's going to be our first extra liquid component before we add water, which was 1/3 cup. So we're definitely adding 1/3 cup water if we're doing it this way, which is the no barbecue sauce way, which is the 100% Latin way. We will be adding 1/3 liquid, and I happen to have that awesome citrus, so I used it. But you can go ahead and add water. It's not going to be a huge difference if you use regular agua. The difference you want is see how that got blended. I don't think we need any more with the amount of protein that we're working with. I don't need any more liquid. No, I don't. If I want to make this more sauce, just a little bit, you know, go a little further, I would add not that much. I would add 1/3 more. That'd be it. Because this is a nice. I'm turning this off. It doesn't need to cook anymore. Okay. And stir that so it doesn't start to burn until it cools down. I don't want this burning. This is absolutely perfect. Because the thinner it is, when you're grilling or when you're doing the hot end, this is hot end, but when you're finishing, the thinner it is, the less it's going to get those nice char marks. You're baking, broiling, grilling, sauteing. The thicker, and you don't want it nasty thick, but you want it to be sometimes for this entree. Definitely not too thin. Now you could add a couple tablespoons of water to this, but that's what I'm going to wait to do because I want to see once I taste it what I'm doing with these two ingredients. Okay, let's just stick our finger in, I guess. That is tremendously good. It's 100% Latin. There's no fusion. This is 100% Latin. That's all we did was use those ingredients, except the little soy sauce, which was, I don't think you can count that because it was half a teaspoon. Okay, so this is really good. It's sweet and nummy and spicy, which is what I wanted. And you can taste that chipotle. I'm going to go ahead and add like a little bit. Hold on. Oh, wait. This way, right? Yeah. I'm going to add a little bit of the vinegar, okay? But let me taste this again. And that's off. We don't want to be having to stress this out while it's cooking away. What's the point of that? So good. It's 100% Latin. Sweet, spicy, everything awesome. No ginger, but I think that was fate. Because the ginger is not a Latin ingredient. So that was cool that happened, right? That was God, right? Yeah. Okay. But you could add ginger to this. This would be really good, but then you can't really say it's 100% Latin. I'm talking, this is about 1/8 of vinegar. Okay? And the Europeans know that. The vinegar, acidic. We have the lime in there, so don't forget we could just throw more lime. The Latin uses the lime. The Europeans use the vinegars and the wines. But either way, we want to do that, okay? Just a little bit. It really evens out what you got going on. So let me taste this again. The apple cider vinegar is pretty strong, so you don't need any more than like 1/8. You want to put 1/4, that's your choice. But this is so good. And no, you do not need to add any more water than what I put in if you don't let it cook too long. The longer you cook it, the thicker. You don't want that, so just don't bother. Okay, that is done, folks. That is nice. Let's turn this back off. It's a little hot. Let me grab this. Okay, here we go, over here. It's really too bad. This hot pad is Martha Stewart, and she sold out to the mob. I don't need to explain to adults how that happened. And unfortunately, another one of my lifetime, whatever the word, Lydia, the Italian Lydia, she sold out to the mob too. It's so much so that I had to stop following her on Instagram. It's like cut her all off your social media. She fully sold out to the mob. I mean, I keep tabs on people that I put on my account and I talk about. I have to. Any reasonable person would do that. And I've noticed things that Lydia has been promoting that I'm like, no, this chick's, and she's based out of New Jersey. And she's Italian, so all right, we're good. And then when I got my green light, yeah, cut her off, and I could see for myself the stuff she was putting out to the world. I was like, okay, we lost another one. That's too bad for me. Yeah, it's true, because I've really admired Lydia. But honestly, what I've been through with my family, with watching Biden become Judas. Now these counter-terrorist vets and cops, they never trusted Biden. But I did, okay? So this is my own personal, I'm not speaking for the rest. So after this entire experience with these people, turning in America for power and money and to be white. By the time Lydia did it, and, you can tell. You can just go look at her Instagram account for the last couple of weeks. I wasn't really surprised or even that emotionally impacted. I'm kind of bummed out. It's definitely heavy on my mind. And there's a little, in my heart, there's a little, like, it's like kind of sullen, you know? Yeah. I mean, this is somebody that I always admired. But, dude, after your own family and everybody you fucking know is just dropping for the white power thing, I was like, okay, Lydia. And I used to ask about her, like, way before I ever started hitting the organized crime. I used to ask about her back in New York and just way a long time on my life. Not like ask all my life, but certainly before. Let me just share that with the public. I would say, is she into the Italian mob? And my guidance would be, no, she does not like the Italian mob. This was every time. This was concrete. This was way before I ever went online and went after the mob. So the fact that they got to her, yeah. A lot of people just, they succumbed out of fear, but not so much with her. Hold on. Okay, I heard a thump above my head, which would be the old hooker's room. And you can't hear any doors, and I'm standing right here. I would have heard one. So they're definitely intentionally trying to be quiet with the doors upstairs. They don't want you to know what room they're going in. I don't know. Ask them. That's probably the white lady. And usually, from what I've witnessed, when she's high on drugs, she floats around with her cell phone like that, really loud. And from what I believe, she thinks that if I talk about her dirty cops will come and take me away, which none of that's going to happen. So obviously now with what you just witnessed on film, she's still not comprehensive of the charges she is facing with what she's doing on the third floor. With the chemicals, the fire alarms, the pots, the construction to the water pipes, and all the above. She's still doing the same behavior. And presumably that is when she's high, she likes to do the cell phone real loud. And then she creeps slowly to be heard past my door, proud of herself. Back up to the third floor with her fire alarms, her chemicals, her pots, her water pipes. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. This is what I'm seriously saying again. I have no contact with these people. The charges they are facing are so real and so out of this world serious. Okay, when they started doing fire alarms, chemicals, pots, reconstructing the house to water pipes, water. I'm out of this, dude. I'm so fucking staying far away from these people. Okay? She's obviously not comprehensive of what she's facing. She's obviously has no guilt or shame for what she's doing up there, which I do allege is endangering the public. And she knows that. All right? Okay. So we're going to go back to talking about Lydia and looking at our guava paste, which we want to cool. We want the guava paste to cool anyways. That's serious business, the shit I'm filming and that you're witnessing, by the way. Okay. We want our guava paste to cool because what we're going to do is put it onto our chicken, our pollo, put it back in the fridge and make our rice. That is because in here I don't want the power blowing out on me. Hell no. So, okay, enough said with that. Adult can connect the dots with the rest. Back to Lydia. I want to close with the Lydia lecture. So by the time I got the guidance that Lydia had turned for the fucking Russian mob, for all those nice things like flowers and nice vacations and lots of expensive cuts of meat to buy, expensive bottles of wine to drink, nice places to live with pretty views. That's why she did it. That's why she did it. I wasn't that devastated as it might have been, given a year ago if I found out Lydia did that. No. As far as anything that Lydia puts out, yeah, I'll watch it, but I know I'm watching a woman who's going to have to face the military, okay? Lydia, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old you are or who you are. If you're turning for Putin's neo-Nazi and Iranian people attacking our country, then that's what you chose to do, is to face the military who's in opposition of them. Okay? And any adult should figure that out before you go running off with Putin and Iran. Yeah, you should. All right. I think a lot of people have a disability here in the United States to see the obvious, like the one that you just witnessed. I don't talk lightly about the people here because the charges they're facing are so serious. And then like people like Lydia, they just don't, the Americans quite get it, dude. You don't just run off with somebody who offers you candy. This is the goddamn United States, sovereign territory, that you're willing to throw under the bus. And there's consequences at a certain point for your actions. There is. You can't just get away with everything in America and cry that you're a victim. Okay? There's a certain point with all these Americans in this country. And that's the whole gang. I'm not going to list every video who these people are. When you're taking actions that are that serious, yeah, you know what? You are going to face consequences. You're not going to say, oh, look, Iran, we did it. I sold my country out under the bus. Can I get more candy now, Iran? No, you're not going to get that. Too bad that you thought that. But that's your own problem because you're a fucking American. It's not my problem. I might have it hard right now, a rough time in life, but it's not forever. And I'm certainly not going to have to face the Pentagon and the communist militaries. No, I'm not going to have to face them and have them be all kinds of fucking furious at me. No. But this old lady Lydia, she is in New Jersey. Yeah, that's what she actually has to look forward to. It's not more candy from Putin. It's not that. Okay. So, that was my little lecture. And you just also witnessed some serious shit with this suspect. It's so fucking serious, I don't even talk lightly about them anymore. It's that fucking serious. All right, amen. So this is cooling off. We want that because of the scenario I'm in. I can't cook anything more than one at a time. That's fine, we'll just chill out, let it slide, man. This is the point. Let me stick my finger in. Yeah. Oh, this is so good, folks. Woo, Lord. Oh, this is crazy awesome, 100% Latin. Woo! Really good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just toss our protein into this. Let me go ahead and keep filming that so that people can understand that we're not really tossing because they might take me literally. I know. Let me put this here. How do I do this? Like that, right? Is that how I... Sorry, with these fucking humans in America. Okay, now. We really didn't. This is why we do trial and error. We really didn't need to blend this. It's alright, it won't be too much. It'll be a stronger intense, but with this, you do not need to do that. Okay, so let's get a spatula. Am I making sense for my students? What I'm saying is, you know how we put the rub on? This is a rub with the blend, spice blend. This sauce we made is so perfect you don't need to do that. But since we did it, it's just as good. We're going to see how it turns out. All right, and then I will know as a chef definitively what is better. I don't need to do it both ways. I just need to do it one way, which is this way. And then if I say no, definitely too much intense flavor of the rub, then I will know definitively that no, do not add the spice rub. And if I like it, then I can say, hey, you can do it both ways. So this is why you do test runs. Now I don't want to dump it in, no. We're just going to use an appropriate amount of our incredible Latin's guava paste. This is what we made, a guava paste sauce. We didn't make barbecue, okay? This is not American or fusion. All right, man. And you don't want to dump or toss or whatever I said, throw. No. Not really. You want to, I know I didn't wash my fingers, but I really haven't been all over the place. It's just me. But you normally want to wash before you touch the meat. Okay, so, it's just, like, let's not get all neurotic about what I'm doing in here. I'm not poisoning myself. I didn't go anywhere. I've been standing here cooking. Okay, so here. Just a little more. You're going to take it in steps with this. Okay? Alright. And yeah, it's looking like I'm probably going to want to wash my hands, okay? And thoroughly apply the barbecue to the... It's not barbecue. Sorry. You know what I mean. So let me do that. Let me wash down, okay? Let's do that. Alright, use soap and water. No, what you're witnessing with the individuals in this house is, oh fuck, it's serious. But you know, I can see why this would, in God's will, have been totally public, because the humans in America had the right to know. These people were trying to overthrow your goddamn government, and they had guns and weapons, and you know, who knows? Fuck, I'm not gonna speak too much about it. But they invaded your fucking Capitol building with this is what they wanted, okay? And this is why. And it was put onto the public. I did it. I didn't try to come out like doing that, like, hey, I'm going to do this. Like, you know, I just ended up doing that. I think anyone can tell that. I don't think I know they can. Okay, let me wash my hands again. I'm making almost right here. Okay, very good. So now I know these experts, like in the federal agents and the foreign experts, they saw that when I came on that that's what I was doing. No, I didn't know that. These people are highly skilled and specialized. So yeah, you gotta understand what they're capable of. Thank God they're not evil. I'm talking Pentagon, everybody. Thank God, man. So this is really nice. Let me show you what we did. Now that's what I'm talking about. Just for the sake of this. Yeah. Okay? That's how much you want. You don't need to be dumping all that. Look how much we have left over. We can freeze this. Considering it's a paste, it'll last quite a while. Just left alone in your refrigerator. You don't have to freeze it, but these are the options to store it, okay? You have a whole another 2 pounds of meat you could use, vegetable, whatever you want, with this portion of sauce. It's a guava paste sauce. And we have plenty coated on our... this is so dope, dude. Okay, so I'm going to get my other Instapot pan out. I don't like having this light on with these perps in this house is why I turned it on. Okay. I'm gonna make the rice now, the yellow rice. See, mira. All right. And that's what we're doing. I'm excited. This is gonna be really great. And then I'm gonna bake it. When I bake it, everything has to be off all power here. Okay, and we're gonna bake it, and it's going to be massively good. I can guarantee you that. All right, God bless America. Bye.